Imagine how good the game would be if they didn't have pay to win. Okay, pay to win is bad, I agree. But then a lot of people complain about pay to win when they don't even have a lot of virtue points, not even skill points, not even engraved. Like, they don't even play the game properly. And then there's people complaining about it. That kind of tilts me, right? If you're playing a lot and you're not getting to do Argos after playing a lot, yes, you can complain. But people that don't even do shit and then complain, that's like, bro, what do you want? Like, why are you playing MMO? Go play like League of Legends or something, right? If you're putting in the work, awesome. I respect that. But dude, all the people that are complaining, hey, what's your eye level? I'm 500. Bro, you're not even close to doing Argos. Why are you complaining, man? If you played every single day and you're like 1360, you're close. Yes, you can complain because you played every day and worked your ass off. You should complain, yes. But there's people that complain after not doing shit, dude. What do you guys want, man? It's unpopular opinion from KR user on Argos issue. Mr. Kim, people are doing infinite chaos. I will say, tier 1 and tier 2, I used to buy out everything in chaos. But then tier 3,
Takedo094 just subscribed.
in tier 3, it's too much to farm to get so little. So I haven't done any infinite tier 3. I used to do that for the other ones, but I stopped. Yo, thank you for all the follows again. And the resubs.
A sea kitten just subscribed for 1 month.
Hello everyone, and my dear subscribers. So I've been streaming on Twitch for the past couple of weeks, and it has been great how I was able to make live communication with fellow Lost Ark fans. There were some great comments about the game, but lately I've been getting a lot of questions like, how do you feel about early Argos release and the honing chances? From my understanding, there's been a huge opinion forming on how Argos was released too early for how difficult and bad the honing rates are to get from 1340 gear score to 1370 gear score, which is the entry level for Argos Abyss raid. From my point of view, I think this is a positive thing. In my opinion, any opinion on games, negative or positive, is better than none. It means that people care about the game. However, it does not mean that things can just go unnoticed. And I, for once, am going to defend the game a little bit here in this video. Now, if you've seen my opinions video, you would know that I'm not shy to talk something bad about Lost Ark. People come in my stream and ask me how Destroyer is because I main Destroyer, and there was this leak about Destroyer release, and I give it to them straight. I tell them Destroyer is a bad class at the moment and it's not ready for West release. I give my honest opinion, and I'm not usually trying to defend the game unconditionally. With that said, my defense for the current situation in the West will be based on my opinions. You have every right to think otherwise, and if you do think otherwise, then you're right. So recently during my stream, something epic happened. I succeeded on my plus 24 weapon at 1.7% success.
Oh my goodness!
Rate. As soon as a fellow content creator, IndieMate, rated me with his viewers. Thank you, IndieMate, you are my lucky charm. So I was going to upload the whole honing process, and then I got scared because people might quit after seeing the current KR honing chances and the max required. It starts with 0.5%, and then with the breaths you increase the chances up to 1.5, and after a couple of taps it goes up to 2% until
yeah, exactly, dude. There's people crying over 15, man. Oh my
100% petty gauge. Each try is worth about $30 US, a nice piece of steak at a very decent restaurant. And judging from the responses from Western audience about honing chances, I couldn't help but worry a bit for the future of this game in the West, which is the reason why I'm making this video. Okay, so in 2021 Loa Mini Convention, Smilegate did officially admit that 1340 to 1370 is the 폐사 구간, which directly translates to suffocate to death stage.
Suffocate to death. Oh, I like that. I like that term. Yeah, you wanna suffocate to death? Come here. Wait, what? Sorry.
People were quitting because of the grindiness and the honing fails. It was hard because the amount of gold or materials we were making was not nearly enough to speed through the segment. However, those were the rates from when Argos was the end-to-end content, and it was supposed to be challenging to get there. And Smilegate did announce during the convention that they are going to buff the honing chances for this segment. However, this was done months after the Legion raids were released, when most of the users were at least at 1430 to 1475 gear score and getting ready for 1490 a bullshit Legion raid. So what Smilegate did here basically is that they buffed the honing chances for new KR users who were coming into the game. They implemented the honing chances as a catch-up mechanic for the newbies to be caught up to the players who've been playing the game for years or months at least. I mean, the
I'm gonna defend that real fast. Ready? Imagine how good the game would be if they didn't have pay to win. Okay, pay to win is bad, I agree. But then a lot of people complain about pay to win when they don't even have a lot of virtue points, not even skill points, not even engraved. Like, they don't even play the game properly. And then there's people complaining about it. That kind of tilts me, right? If you're playing a lot and you're not getting to do Argos after playing a lot, yes, you can complain. But people that don't even do shit and then complain, that's like, bro, what do you want? Like, why are you playing MMO? Go play like League of Legends or something, right? If you're putting in the work, awesome. I respect that. But dude, all the people that are complaining, hey, what's your eye level? I'm 500. Bro, you're not even close to doing Argos. Why are you complaining, man? If you played every single day and you're like 1360, you're close. Yes, you can complain because you played every day and worked your ass off. You should complain, yes. But there's people that complain after not doing shit, dude. What do you guys want, man? It's crazy. It's crazy, dude.
key to this stage was also called by the name of newbie shutdown stage. They had to do something for the inflow of new users. Lost Ark is known to be harsh on pay-to-win players. Grindy.
One more thing. I had a friend. I love Final Fantasy, by the way. Story's amazing. 10 out of 10 game. I had a friend that played FF, and he recently posted on Steam. He literally played 3 hours of Lost Ark, and he's like, game's super easy. Looks like a phone game. Pay to win, and then he quit. Bro, you don't even know the game. Oh, Mauna, like... That actually tilted me so hard, dude. I wanted to like call that guy out. Of course, leveling is gonna be easy, dude. FF leveling was easy too. What are you talking about, you clown? That actually tilted me, dude.
On free-to-play players and tend to make it easy for new players or casual players to enjoy the new content.
No. I don't want anyone to hate on FF. I like that game. I like the community. It was just one friend that I know that posted that, and I was like, bro, what are you saying, man? Ray, thank you for the 2 months appreciate. Yeah, I like FF chat. Don't get the wrong idea, okay? But yeah, there are some gamers that like to hate on other games, etc., which is silly to me when literally Kim Gang-sun and Yoshi P said enjoy other MMOs, right? But then they don't like that. They're like, if they're playing more of this game, they're like, that game sucks. I don't know why people are playing. I hate that, dude. I hate that.
Eventually catching up. On top of that, during the Loaon event, shortly after they talk about the honing buff in the Suffocate stage, the director talks about closing the gap between high gear players and the lower gear player base. Basically, to sum up director's idea behind this is that Smilegate wanted the newbies to get to the main content quick, and by main content I mean Legion raids, and close the gap over some period of time. They really care about the new players and tend to have newbie friendly patches where the gap between high gear score players and low gear score players is not too huge to the point where there's like a huge wall between the two player base. I'm not going to lie, I was against one of the decision to limit the weekly gold earning to only 6 characters. It was a newbie friendly decision. They wanted to handle the gold inflation, and people who had been playing the game for a long time with more than 6 characters in their character slots gave up their other characters, in this case, their source of gold, in order for newbies with less characters making less gold. Smilegate had to make the newbies' gold worth more in value. Moreover, Smilegate also has a history of purposely capping the gear score at one point to close the gap. By gap, I mean gap between 3-year veterans and the newbies. Now, this was KR, and the question would be, how does this relate to the Western version? So judging from the KR experience and history, in my personal opinion, I think Smilegate, probably after discussing with Amazon, purposely didn't buff the honing chances for 1370 because they want tier 1 and tier 2 players to be somewhat on the same page. There are people who've been watching streams, YouTube videos, and guides and were able to reach somewhat close to 1370 free to play. But on the other hand, there are players, probably more than you think, who are still learning the game and slowly progressing below tier 3 contents.
I can back him on that. Free to play players, all my friends that played free to play, they were around 1350. 1360, 1350, and they couldn't do Argos last week or this week. So they are in tier 3, but a little bit behind, right? Yeah, there's a lot of them. People that are in tier 1, tier 2, don't be ashamed. Don't be like shy. It's okay. The game has a lot. Some of us were losers. We played this game for like 12 hours a day. I know you have like jobs and responsibilities. You can't do the same. So if you're in tier 1 and tier 2 because of that, don't be, it's okay. The content will be always there. You don't need to rush it or spend money. That's just me though. But I think Argos should have came maybe a week or two late, like late March. That's when I thought it's going to come out, but it came out kind of fast. So I could see why the people were pissed. I was one of them. I was like, bro, they give us the date on the launch of Argos. What the fuck, right? And I was 10 eye level, no 7 eye level behind, 7 eye level behind. And then I got to do it last week, but I didn't get to do it first week either. And I literally played this game all day, chat. 500 hours total, right? So I played this game all day and I couldn't do it either. So when he said people are around tier 3, yeah, we're around tier 3, but we're still a little bit behind.
It is an MMO and the game's been out for barely 5 weeks. Today, March 16th, 2022, when I went into a tier 1 Yoho Guardian raid by matchmaking, I would flare and I saw other players move in different directions, climbing the cliff onto a different location, not knowing where the mob is. I was streaming and my viewers are my witnesses. If they buff the honing chances from 1340 to 1370 at this point, I think there would be even a bigger gap between the lower geared score players and the players in the tier 3 pushing for 1370. And it seems to me, judging by the fact that they nerfed tier 1 and tier 2 guardian raids due to the fact that vast majority of people weren't clearing these raids, just tells me that they care about the players in the lower tiers. And that they don't want this gear score gap between the players already happening only 5 weeks after the launch of the game. I do understand pushing for 1370 can be frustrating. I mean, Argos is right there. And honestly, I think things wouldn't have been this bad if there weren't leaks about the honing buffs. Hold on, it's not even a leak. AGS posted it and took it down, right? Also, I think a lot of this is coming from comparing the KR server to the Western version, which is sort of like looking at a black belt taekwondo master doing a 720-degree back kick, and you want to do it yourself when you've just joined the taekwondo academy.
This is actually, I can see this. I can see this.
Trust me, the black belt might look fancy, but we have torn ACLs and other injuries here and there. Well, anyways, the difference between KR server and Western server.
Bro, I can see that. I can see that. Dude, what he's saying is not false though. There are people. Remember, I was literally talking about it like 5 minutes ago where I said I level 500 complaining about everything, and that guy doesn't even play the game. This is what I'm talking about.
Is definitely something that needs to be caught up as soon as possible, because I know you guys don't want to be getting contents behind KR forever. I mean, you want us to be on the same page, right? Getting new contents together at the same time. But that's just something which will take time inevitably. I mean, all this issue right now, when you look back a couple of months later, is probably nothing. You'll be looking at newbies that are coming in with the honing buffs, telling them stories, starting by, man, when I was 1340, you are going to find yourself with more challenging content, building your character with engravings, tripods, gems, quality in the cards. You're also going to face more challenging raids like Fulton, Vicus, Kagulseidon, Abroshud, and more. Argos is just Argos. Having said that,
Yeah, we're only 1 month in, chat. Yo, give me leader or invite me Namori so we can taxi him maybe. He might be a little late though. Sorry for pausing the video, chat. It's field boss time, and I need to get prepared, right?
that does not change the fact that many people had unpleasant experience the past few weeks. So, no, I'm not saying people should just suck it up because unpleasant experience was there. Games are supposed
They should suck it up, dude. The world's getting too soft. Just suck it up, bitch. Wait, sorry, I'm lagging, guys.
to be fun, but many people were unhappy with the cruel honing rates. How can Smilegate and Amazon fix this? The Rooney Racing event, to me, it seems like a card they pulled out in a hurry to solve some of the material shortage for honing. Usually, these mini-games events come as a part of bigger event with a new island created just for the event. When I saw that racing event entrance in cities, I've never seen that happen before, which leads me to think they pulled this out in a hurry, as many people were complaining about the lack of content to earn the mats from. And I think it's a very good card. However, I do think they need to give more materials. Maybe the mats for tier 1 and tier 2 as well, but bound mats. I think they should give out the materials just from the Rooney Racing alone, but give more coins as reward because, I don't know, bots may start doing Chaos Dungeons soon for the currency. There are some other contents to farm the mats from, like the weekly Heroic Guardian raid, which we have in KR but is not implemented in the Western version yet. I have a feeling that this was delayed for the following reasons. In KR, we gatekeep this content by accepting users with at least 4 level 3 engravings. In KR, I'm not saying you guys have to do the same. I'm just saying that's the custom in KR. Because this is an equalized content where you have to do 3 Guardian raids with a rotation of from tier 1 to tier 3 Guardians, and only engravings will be taken into effect for this equalized content. And releasing this now for the West, where people barely have their engravings set up, would be just another pressure to set up the engravings. I believe the Challenge Guardians will be added later when more people are ready and familiar with the whole Guardian raids, or they will just have to nerf it again. PvP Vendor should be added with the start of its season, which is, I heard, pretty soon. With that said, let's talk a little bit about the pay-to-win aspects and the players. Seriously, speaking from a player's point of view with lots of hours on the game, and many others would agree, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars for Argos is not really rewarding. Content creators and streamers don't fall into the category because they do it for the content.
Yes, that's what. Thank you. That's what I was saying. I think Steve said the same thing. If I wasn't a content creator, I use like 70k gold to push, but Steve, same thing. If we weren't content creators or made videos or streamed, we wouldn't push it. I know it might sound like a cap, but for streamers, this is content. We want to do new things, right? So we push. But if you're not, I mean, who am I to say that, right? But I don't think you need to push it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, saving the gold is way more worth it in the long run because it's harder to make gold in the future. You understand me, chat? Are we on the same page? Check 1 2 1 2. Gold is the juice of this game, so yeah. I want to finish listening to the video.
However, if you're just a regular player and if you're loaded with money, there is this thing called the Esther weapon. Please wait for those. Personally, I was always 1 to 2 months late to have a go at the latest content. I took my time to prepare myself, never paid any money to rush. A Broshoot Heart came out October last year, and I just recently started going at the raid. I've been spending cash for my weapon upgrade recently because gatekeeping is pretty bad for a Broshoot Heart mode, and because destroyers are not welcomed in that raid, I had to do a little bit extra. But I wouldn't have spent any money if Smilegate didn't tell us that we'll be staying with our current gear for a while. But anyways, in conclusion, what I want to say is a Smile Zone probably have their reasoning for not buffing the honing rates. But it is a
Okay.
fact that this Suffocate zone is an unpleasant experience for the users. So, buff the hell out of
Some
Naruni
people
Racing
like
event.
Wait, what?
That's all I
Sorry.
have to say for this video. Thanks for watching.
Oh,
Bye bye.
God. Bye bye. Okay, yo, that was a base take. That was a good take. I like that. I'm gonna sub to him. He seems like a good creator. I understand where he's coming from, and that was a good take. I almost agree to everything he said too. And I can see the frustration too, so it's like mixed feelings. But overall, I think what the players wanted was communication in between the players and the Amazonians or Smilegate themselves, right? And they communicated. We've seen the video, chat. We've seen the video. Asma made a video, message to Lost Ark Dev. In 2 days, they listened and where's that video, dude? I think I turned it off, but they posted super fast. I don't see a lot of game companies do that. Especially the game I come from. They don't listen for almost a year. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's good to see the communication, man. It's good to see communication. I like that. So respect. And I love this game. 10 out of 10. I know I suck this game's cock all day, but dude, I could suck it more. It's a good game. I love this game, man. I haven't had this much fun playing a game in a long time. And this game for me is a gem. I'm enjoying it a lot, dude. Don't worry, Savvy, it's just one more month for 6 point. Dude, I'm not playing, dude. Oh, wait, you mean FF? Honestly, I want to play FF for the story. I think FF for the story and for the hangout system, literally the best. Combat system, Lost Ark is, I'm sorry to say, I know like the MMO war, I've seen like my friends, they hate on Lost Ark, etc. But I played both of them, and I think I can say I did almost everything in that game, right? Almost everything except for Necromancer, because I kept fucking DCing. I'm tilted about that. But I think I've done all the achievements that I can. So I think I can say Lost Ark combat systems a lot more fun for me. It's just for me though, right? It will be different for everyone, but there's no global cooldowns in this game. It's super fast. It's just so enjoyable. Like all the chores we have to do, I don't even mind it because the combat's so fun, right? It's super fun. I don't even know how I'm gonna go back to WoW in the future because I have so much fun playing this game. Yeah, FF wins in story and hangout, but Lost Ark wins in everything else for me. But that's just me, right? That's just me. Sorry for talking in Portuguese on your chat. No problem, man. You can speak in any you want, my friend. What is this? A piñata. Red, I don't know if I could take this. I'm not gonna write that. I think you should make a better use of that. I only write this amount. Red's been super nice, by the way, chat. Red, thank you so. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Red? Red's like been always trying to give me stuff. I write this only. This is the best amount. It's literally double space. Are you pushing ranked PvP next week? I don't know, man. I like PvP myself a lot, right? But streaming PvP is not the move, and I like when I have fun with you guys and you guys are chatting with me, you guys are having fun. Everything matters on what you guys like to see for me. I've changed as a streamer over the time period. Back then, I used to do everything that I enjoyed, which was WoW Arena, and I would spam Arena all day long, and you guys were dying, drying out. But I just kept Arenaing, right? Now I don't want to go back to that. I do like PvP, but I don't want you guys to dry out and die watching me PvP all day, right? I do love PvP, but man, I don't want to be the guy that spams Arena, and then you guys are not chatting, you know? Because I can already see when I PvP, my chat like slows down for sure. Maud, hello, how are you? You can always be off stream. That is why I played like 2 hours of arena with Ambani the other day, and then yesterday Kaiser wanted to play, so I was like, okay, I'll PvP with Kaiser.